And we're back. Entrepreneur podcast. I forgot. I lost track of which one we're at this point. But thanks, guys, for tuning back in and watching me and myself and my boy, my co-host, talk about things that really matter in this world. Instead of talking about all those ridiculous things about the next Kim Kardashian breakup story. Like, bro, who cares about that stuff? Do you ever see those magazines at the grocery store and they have a bunch of magazines about like, oh, did Prince Henry cheat on his wife or not? Scandalous. Like, do you ever see those?
Yeah, bro. Those are for middle-aged women, bro. This podcast is for grown men.
Yeah. Grown man. Joe Rogan part 2. Nah. It's for females too. Females, if you want to watch these podcasts, no one's going to stop you. Like, these podcasts are just to really help your mindset out. Really get your mindset to the place where it needs to be. Like, if you consume our content, you're going to walk out with more IQ points than you had them before. So anyways, bro, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. On the point of gender and all of that stuff, let's start it off from there. I feel like on your mentorship page, I've been seeing a lot of, like females coming through and making a lot of money, bro. Like, I feel like being of a specific gender doesn't matter in any field.
Yeah, there's no barriers in gender.
Yeah, I feel like the people think, like there's a discrepancy where some people, where one gender could do one kind of stuff, the other gender can do the other kind of stuff. But I feel like there isn't a gender discrepancy when making money.
Yeah, when it comes to entrepreneurship, I really don't see a boundary or a barrier between male or female. When it comes to athleticism and, strength and all that stuff, obviously genetically, if we're talking, there's a couple of differences. But if we're talking from a business perspective, there's females that crush the competition and will cut your throat live and spew the blood everywhere just because, they're ruthless females. And I've seen some of them now. I respect a lot of females that really know what they're talking about when it comes to business. Same for guys. There's some guys who will cut your throat. I will cut your throat. I'm literally super crazy when it comes to my business, and no one will come close to it. It really it doesn't really depend on gender. Mm-hmm. Gender isn't really something that defines you in terms of business.
There are certain personality traits that you must have to be a good entrepreneur. It's not a must. It's better to have these kind of personality traits to be a good entrepreneur. And these personality traits can be found in any gender. It doesn't matter. You can be, of any sexual orientation. You can be a guy liking guys. You can be a woman liking women.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Anything. You just have to have a calm mind and, that focus and that, willing to go the extra mile.
The one thing I do want to say, though, is that if you're a thought, shaking her booty on Instagram and doing all this crazy stuff. Oh, get it. Those girls make a lot of money, and they're on OnlyFans and all those places. They make a lot of money. But when it comes, if you're coming and trying to schedule a meeting with me and I see your Instagram, you're a freaking thought, and you're just flexing other people's stuff and just doing whatever you want to do, going on sugar daddy dates, bro, don't involve me in that stuff. I respect the female businesswoman that has her own company and trying to run Facebook ads and doing digital marketing and advertising and running marketing campaigns for her. That's the female that I do respect. But there's some thoughts out there that make a lot of money. They'll buy a Lamborghini off their OnlyFans with their sugar daddy's money. And I don't respect that. I'm sorry.
Bro, I kind of disagree with you.
But I don't respect the same guys either that do the same things. Forex traders, for example. A beautiful example. The Forex traders that be renting out the Lamborghinis or, renting out the jet skis and trying to take some Instagram flicks real quick. The same guys and the same females, I can't respect those people.
For the first thing, I kind of disagree with you on that, bro. I feel like it's in the entrepreneurial spirit. I use this word a lot of times. In your entrepreneur spirit, there is a thing. You use anything and any kind of advantage that you have. If you're born with a good booty, bro, if you're born with some,
it's fake,
bro.
You're not born with nothing,
bro. If you're born with that, or if you went, that extra mile, you worked on Walmart to, get some plastic surgery and stuff
Walmart,
like that. And now you, and now you're trying to sell those stuff off. I feel like even if you're using your body, I kind of respect that because. Do you want to talk about prostitutes?
No, dude.
Let's talk about prostitutes, bro.
Please.
Let's talk about prostitutes.
We're going to get age restricted in 5 seconds in.
Bro, let's talk about that. That is a very intricate business as well. I feel like a lot of people don't know there's a whole network the prostitutes that you're sleeping with.
Call them something else at least. Call them teddy bears or like, you know.
Yeah, the teddy bears that you're, you know, like getting to your hotel room, the teddy bear that you're getting off the streets, they aren't the one that are going to be taking your pay. The pay is directly going to the person that is in charge of that network.
Bro, that's called pimping, and that's called sex trafficking. Do you know that, right?
Yeah, but that is happening, my friend. That is happening, my friend.
Bro,
That is
we're gonna get canceled. Literally, or like our fifth podcast in, we're gonna get canceled.
But I still respect the F out of you if you're you know, like, if you're trying to put food on the table for your family.
Yeah.
But even if you
gotta kill someone, just kill someone.
Yeah,
as long as there's food on the family or food for the family.
Bro,
you know?
if you say it like that, you know,
that's pretty much what you're saying, bro.
No,
like,
bro, if you're, you know, like,
if you gotta sell your body for freaking food on the table.
Let's just say sugar daddies, for example, bro. Like, if you're going, you know, like, on a nice tea with someone that is of significantly older age than you, then you're, you know, like, kind of cuddling with them in the bed
and getting fingered on their yacht. That's what happens, bro. You try to like pretend like it's not happening. It's happening. They're getting piped up in their penthouses. They're getting fingered in their yachts.
I'd say, bro, 1 day of pain for 100 days of happiness. That's what's happening, bro. 1 day of pain, you gotta, you know, like, take that 1 day where, you know, like, you're kind of selling yourself off. I'd say that. I'm still, you know, like, I'm still on the edge of kind of respecting you for that kind of stuff. Even if you, because you're still going through troubles. Our business goes through troubles, you know, like, we go through struggles through our life. That is just your way of, that's just your business, I feel like. And stuff like that.
I guess, bro, but long story short.
On the topic of Kim Kardashian, she's famous and she is rich.
Yeah.
Not because of her body. Not because of, you know, people say she's famous because of her controversies with Ray J and all of that stuff. But she, you know, like, took advantage of that. Ray J must have slept with a lot of women. A lot of women must have slept with a lot of famous people. But she took advantage of that, and she took, you know, like, that negative into her makeup brand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. She definitely took advantage of what she accomplished, and no one's here to say that Kim Kardashian is not a major entrepreneur. Yeah, she knows what she's talking about, and I respect her at every degree and every level. Yeah, I have nothing to say.
We should break her brand down sometimes. We should break her brand down because
she's dropshipping, bro.
Yeah, she is such a big inspiration because she's such a smart woman, bro. She's such a smart woman. Her sister as well, Kylie. She owns a major makeup company in LA as well.
I kind of forgot about her,
bro. She's the youngest billionaire, although she faked her taxes and stuff like that.
She faked her taxes.
Yeah, she didn't give the correct Forbes the correct tax returns to Forbes, and she doesn't have, you know, like, nearly as much money as Forbes thought she had,
bro. So but the thing about tax returns, they're so inaccurate because on paper I made $0 this year, pretty much because everything was a business expense, everything was this, everything was that. I spent money for, you know, entertainment, I spent money for business meals, I spent money for business flights. At the end of the day, I can, on the IRS website, when I do my tax releases and my tax forms, I make $0. Even though I made a lot of money and I spent a lot of money for tax reasons, I'm going to say I made less money. Everyone does that. That's a smart entrepreneur. So Kylie Jenner is doing the same thing, and I actually recommend her, I'm proud of her that she did that instead of saying I'm a billionaire on your tax returns, because you're going to get billionaire taxed too. Do you think Jeff Bezos says that he's a billionaire on his tax returns? No, he has zero profit in terms of his business because everything is in business expense.
Yep. And we talked about this kind of on our artist podcast as well, about using your, you know, like, negative fame and turning it into something positive. I think we talked about 6ix9ine. He got a lot of, you know, like, negative feed, but he converted it into something bigger, and he got viral. He ratted people out. That was, you know, like, he got a lot of negative press, but he played along with it. And when he dropped his track, it went viral, bro. And I feel like the same thing. It's smart, man. It's smart. It isn't, you know, like, your fault that your sex tape got released. I'm going back to, you know, like, Kim Kardashian.
She released it herself, bro. You can't prove me otherwise, bro.
She's a smart woman then. Bro. She released it. She got a lot of negative press, but she converted it into something positive.
How many celebrities will release a sex tape and not go viral off it? Or will go viral off it?
Not a lot.
Honestly, bro. Like, if an Instagram influencer, you know, drops a sex tape, like, cool, no one cares, bro. I don't think anyone cares.
OnlyFans is a better option this way. I feel like a lot of women that are making good money on OnlyFans aren't showing the good stuff. they're just, like, they're just teasing stuff, and that like balls into something bigger. And I kind of respect it's going back
You
into that
respect
topic.
anything, bro.
We should move on from this. So yeah, guys, we're going out of Maldives. We're flying in a couple of hours. We're flying in a couple of hours. And this trip is funded by our very lovely boss, Mr. Trapper. He's taking 7 people with us, 7 including him. So 6 people with him, himself included, in 7.
We were going to take more, but some people had passport issues. Some people didn't have a passport, expired before we could fly, all these things. And then we have interns that can't go as well. So, I like to, treat my employees and, give them a good time and really show them that, like, I actually care about them and they're not just working machines that help me make money.
That was my question, bro. Like, at what point do you feel like it's good to take your employees on a vacation, just give them, like, some days off to rest up and stuff like that? And is it, like, that important for a business to continue working, for their employees to keep working at a better efficiency because they're getting, like, kind of good results? Yeah,
so, like, when I first became, like, a business owner, I guess you could say, or a CEO where I'm in charge of people, and I never had this kind of power before, and it's all new to me. I'm very, very young doing this, and, like, a lot of people, I'm in charge of a lot of people now, and it's really, really difficult. So I kind of have to learn and go as we go. And, sometimes I get aggressive. Sometimes I get mad. Sometimes I get happy. So there's a bunch of different feelings when it comes to being a business owner and in charge of people, because everyone has an ego. Everyone has some kind of hidden agenda. Everyone has different life stories. I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know what's going on after, they clock out of their shift. Someone's probably, having family issues, personal issues, they're sick, whatever, their girlfriend left them, whatever. So people have personal issues, and I try to, make it a really comfortable environment where people want to show up to my office every day. I could be a very aggressive boss and just fire people left and right every day and just be mean and just tell people off and, get mad at people and cut salaries and stuff like that. But I'm really just trying to embrace this, office space and work environment to be something that people actually look forward to, like, speaking to me. When I come to the office, I want to be able to, Isha's finally here, not, Isha's here. You know what I mean? So there's 2 different ways that you could say that sentence. So in terms of, like, vacationing and stuff like that, that's very important. I took some vacations. I needed them. And I think it's very important for people to take vacations, but not a lot. Don't get spoiled is what I'm trying to mention. Once a year is pretty much the only vacation I would recommend anyone doing. If you're owning a business and you expect to take vacations every few months, like, good luck running this business, because I'll crush you in every single degree. The beauty about what I'm doing is I'm finally get to the point where I could automate it so I could go ahead and take that vacation. But if I couldn't automate this business and clients needed to be taken care of and stuff like that, I would never take a vacation. 365 days I'm on.
If you needed it to be in office for our work to, like, complete progressing, I feel like there would be no point in taking vacations. Because we have to be here to produce money, and as long as we're not here, we're not producing any money. We're just spending money.
Luckily, our business is to the point where it's digitalized. So even when we're on vacation, we can squeeze 4 or 5 hours in to go ahead and get to work as well. So we'll be making money while we're at Maldives, and I pretty much think the trip will pay itself off, if not more.
Yeah, we're just, like a roaming circus. We're just a roaming business. We go everywhere.
We could do it. We could do it everywhere we want. We go to Bali. We go to Dubai for like 2 months, 3 months, and we could literally just
one laptop, good internet connection, one phone, and that's it. That's all we need.
And watch us make like $100,000.
On the other side of pedestal, as I'm, I'm his friend. I'm a manager of Fish, but I'm still his employee. As from the standpoint of an employee, you'd rather work for a company where you aren't really working for a company. You're working as like a family. And this office, the general feel that I get, that I'm so proud of, that I helped build, is a family feel. Like, these are all my brothers that are, like sitting here. If they have personal issues, they come up to me. We talk about personal life as well. I know like that's like unprofessional. You should keep professional life away from your personal life. But I feel like once you come to that boundary where it's a brotherhood, bro. Like, no one's getting fired here. Everyone that works hard is just being here for the rest of their lives. And I feel like just making that brotherhood is really good. And if you get rewarded for working hard, I feel like bonuses in salaries, bonuses as trips, bonuses as vacations is really important as well. Because if an employee is working hard, if they're pulling, like putting the extra hours in to get something, to get work done. I feel like rewarding their work with vacations, with just small bonuses in their salaries, just keep them motivated. And when someone's motivated, one employee is motivated, two employees are unmotivated, that one employee can do more work than the other two that are unmotivated, because he just makes his, like, he makes work personal. He makes his work personal, and he does his work in his personal time as well. That, like me, if I'm in university, bro, like I love doing work with this company because I'm getting, like, good returns, because this business is worth it, because this job is worth it. If I'm in university, I'm, like, studying, I get a break, I just look at my phone, just, like, start doing messaging, start dealing with clients and stuff like that. If I have, like, a lecture off, 2 hours off, I just get on calls with clients, because I love doing business with this company.
Yeah. And the reason Moz does that, I can answer that question for you, is because, you're very compensated for your time. You're compensated for everything you do for this company. So every time you get on that call, every time you lock in that next client, there is some kind of incentive, and there is some kind of bonus that you will see at the end of the month when you do get paid.
And that's that's the beauty of it. As a business owner, that should be really important for you. This money that Ish is taking us to Maldives with is an investment. Is an investment into his own team, because we'll feel, like, even if we're paying it off on our trip, we'll still feel kind of indebted to him, kind of, like, in debt to him, that he took us on this trip. He spent his own money on this trip, that we're going, like, to celebrate our work, even though we crossed, like, a lot of good milestones. That is why he's taking us. He told me that the sales team crossed a good milestone. That is why I'm taking you guys on trip. Even though he's doing that, I still feel, like, indebted to him, that he's taking me. And after I'm back, and after everyone's back, there's gonna be, like, it's this good mood in office, that no one's slacking off. Everyone knows that we've been on a vacation. It's time to go back to work, even though we were working there.
Yeah, it's all about the mindset. If you're an entrepreneur and you feel like you're drained, or if you have employees that feel like they're drained, you got to give them some sparks. You got to give them some memories that they're going to remember, not with their families, but with their business family. As soon as they remember those memories with their business family, they're going to have another reason to go hard. For you, for me, for him, for them, everyone's going to go hard for each other, because we built this, really cool foundation. I promise you, there's no other business that's going to take you to Maldives, free of cost. Maybe there are, but I don't know about them. I don't have a problem doing it, especially if I see satisfaction within the business. And that's just me.
Also, another thing that I've noticed with other businesses and other people that I've worked with, there is a lot of discrepancy, a lot of hatred between departments. So if you guys don't know, we are divided into departments. Each department is having to do their own tasks. I'm the manager of sales team. We have a services team. We have the financial team, finances team. We have a content team. We have a videography team. We have a lot of teams. We have a lot of people working in this office that are divided into teams. And I feel like in a lot of offices, in a lot of businesses, there is that kind of hatred that, this is not my task. This is services team's task. I'm the sales team guy. This is not my task. I'm not going to do this. But once this is, like, a family, I know the guys in services team personally. I know they're working hard. If I have to go, like, one step that way to help them, it might take 5 minutes out of my time in office, my time, like, personal after time. That might take 5 minutes out of my time, but that might take a lot of burden off the services team. I'm going to go that extra time, because I've been on trips with these guys. I've been on, like, we've been out eating.
Yeah. They would do the same for you. So yeah, it's a perfect workflow. It's a perfect balance between every single person. There's no grudges. There's no hatred. And if there is, I try to fix it. But yeah, these are things that I learned as becoming a freaking CEO. I didn't know any of these things, man. I didn't know that you had to have your employees take breaks, or I didn't even know, like, people took freaking, a little 10-15 minute break after 4 hours of working. Like, I didn't know about any of this stuff, bro. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, and I just go hard, bro. I'll go hard for like 18 hours straight, and I wouldn't even know, like, it turned into 18 hours. So, like, I kind of had to figure out how this works, and, I had to compensate people that work hard and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a really cool topic going forward.
Yeah, another thing, you shouldn't be, as an entrepreneur, stingy with your money. You shouldn't, keep money in your own pockets. I'm earning this money. F all of my employees. You're on just payrolls, no bonuses, no company dinners, no trips. This is my money. But I feel like this is money you're investing back into the business. Did you feel like, like when you were starting up, you were stingy with your money? You just made, like a couple
That's
of $1,000.
a good question. I was never stingy with my money. I just wanted to find good resources to help expand the business. So whether that be, computers, whether it be laptops, editing softwares, cameras, all these stuff that we have now, I got them all because I thought it would benefit the business. So I had to kind of justify why taking you guys on a trip to Maldives would benefit my business. And it took a very long time for me to think about that and understand how that makes sense. And I kind of, after some time, figured out how it made sense. And, like I said, well-being, understanding that, there's some clarity, there's an end goal, there's a celebration to all of the work that you already had done. So, that's kind of like how you do a checkpoint in a video game, like you work so hard and you finally hit that checkpoint. This is kind of that checkpoint where we finally, there's an end to all of the work that we, done. So that's kind of how I think about it.
There are two kinds of investments. There's one investment into materialistic things, and there's another kind of investment into, like personality kind of things, but into people themselves.
Yeah.
Investing into people themselves is really good.
Personal
You can invest, like a lot of money. You can buy 3 computers, but you can pay 3 people's salaries with that money for 1 month. That is hard labor that you're paying for.
Yeah.
That is gonna take you far than the 3 laptops you bought, because those 3 laptops aren't gonna have people that are working on them.
Yeah,
those 3 laptops are nothing without the people working on them.
Exactly.
And if you're going another mile to pay, this brings on to the next topic. I feel like if you have to go if you have to pay a couple of hundred extra dollars to get someone that is expert in a field. Let's just say Photoshop. If someone is expert in a field that is charging $1,000, but you're getting someone that is amateur in the field and he's charging $500, who would you get?
That's a good question. I am luckily anyone that I hire for anything, I'm gonna know the system expert. Like, I'm gonna be the biggest expert before I ever hire someone. My philosophy is, before you could ever hire someone, you need to be expert in that field so you can, teach that person, because they're not going to know as much as you. So, for example, you're the sales guy, but, you learn from me directly. The operations guys, they literally spent weeks training with me, learning the systems. So everyone kind of has that feeling that Ish helped them and put them into that place where they are. Now they could blossom and blow up and, grow into this amazing person that they are. So to answer your question though, is I'll hire the amateur, but because I'm hiring the amateur, I'm already an expert in that field, so I could bring them on and teach them things that an expert already would know. But I could teach the amateur and probably, cut the cost and get the expert title out of their name and just pretty much bring the amateur and turn them into an expert. I like that feeling, knowing that I turned a little kid or someone that didn't know anything about content into like a content creation master.
That brings a really good question to my mind. That is like, would you be be capable of changing people? Would you be changing people up if you find a person that is better at a job than the person that you're currently teaching that is charging the same amount of money?
If there's 2 people that are kind of novices at the skill that they're trying to learn, and one person's more efficient at learning that skill, he will turn into the manager, and the other guy will manage and train the other guy that's kind of left behind. That's what I did in every department, is that there's 3 to 4 people in every department. And each department, I found the guy that excels the most and had him as the head manager, and he trains the other 2 people to pretty much bring them on to whatever, he's at, whatever level he's at. So that's how I kind of built it. This is amazing entrepreneurial advice for people that are business owners or people that want to hire employees, is that you don't just fire the people that are not working hard. It's all about time management and all about, saving your time. So if you were to hire 2 people, kept them on for a month, and then fire one guy because you don't think he's effective, instead of firing the guy, have the guy that's excelling train the other guy, so you don't have to work on it. He already spent the month in the business, so he kind of knows the idea. Because if you fire someone, it's really, really tough to do that whole cycle again. So the guy that's more excelling keep that guy and pretty much manage the other guy and have him get him to the level that he's at. And then you evaluate both of them. And then, oh, shoot, both of them are good now. Let's build a team around these two people.
Each and every single business is different. Each and every single business model is different. Someone, like might be 100% expert in video editing, but he gets into a field that is, like the first month is going to be spent on understanding the business model. For anyone in any field, first month in your job is you understanding the business model. So just firing someone that is, like after 1-2 months is really bad for you, because they already know the business model. They're going to be, like in long term, they're going to be really beneficial for your company. And all the time spent, as you just said, is going to go to waste. Yeah. So people that are trying to get into businesses, I get a lot of questions in the comments. If you guys, like leave some comments, I read through them a lot on TikTok, on YouTube, wherever you're watching this podcast. So a lot of people want to know, like what are, they want to start a business, but they feel like every single idea is being done. Where should they look for new ideas? And if they get an idea, what should be the main basic thing that they should be, looking to start a business?
Such a good question. Yeah, man. Oh my God. I've been waiting for this question for a while, man. So a lot of people think that there's like the big three: drop shipping, trading, or like, Forex or something like drop shipping, trading, and fill in the blank. So, something like that. So a lot of people think that they could only do these things and there's only these things available to do. But that's completely false. There's people making millions of dollars investing in starting companies that people don't even know about. The thing about it is that you're just not there yet. It's not mainstream yet, so you don't know about it. SaaS, for example, software as a service, is an amazing idea to jump into. But people don't even know what it means because it's not on TikTok. It's not on freaking YouTube. There's not a lot of people making videos about it. They don't even know what software is. Let me explain it real quick, guys. Software as a service is going to be one of the biggest company business models that you could possibly make, and it's the most profitable. If you have a piece of software that does a job for someone that is very, very good at that job, and people will pay a lot of money for that software, you can make a lot of money. The beauty by that software is it's not a t-shirt. There's no risk in that software. You own that piece of software. You can give it to 10,000 people. They can all use that software at the same time. And the scalability factor is just insane for that software. So you own this piece of machine. This machine does things for people. It could do 10,000, a million people all at once. Just like how Facebook, there's a million people on the platform every day. That's a software. The same thing for your software. There's a million people on your platform that are pretty much doing whatever you want them to do. So they will charge you, you will charge them a couple $100 a month just to use that software that you already built. It's all yours 100%. You don't have to pay any more dollars for that software, right?
Yep.
So now you have the software. People are paying you for that software, and you're keeping 100% of the profit from that software that people are paying you. All you have to do is probably pay a couple of things here, maintenance, upkeeping, maybe a coder, tweak it a little bit here and there. But that is an amazing business idea. The barriers to entry for this is a little higher, but that's better. Now you could work with a coder. Let's just say you have a $1 billion idea. You have $1 million idea. Whatever the software could do. Let's just say it sends out emails. It sends out text messages. It sends out auto DM responders or whatever. That software, I will pay a lot of money for that. I have paid a lot of money in the past, and I still do for some softwares that I own. I would say $1,000 a week for some softwares that I own. But the beauty about it, it solves my problem. So find a software that solves your problem, or find an idea that solves your problem, build a software around that, run Facebook ads, run targeting campaigns, scale that software, and now you have a freaking multi-million-dollar company just because you have this amazing software in place. The barriers to entry is high. You could work with a coder to help develop it, but that's not going to stop anyone working with that software. If you actually genuinely believe in it, work with a coder and he'll get it done for you. Probably cost a couple tens of thousands of dollars, but in the long run it'll be way worth it. You have no idea.
Okay, you have a good idea. People get good ideas. But I have that inkling, people have that inkling that either you must have a really breakthrough innovative idea, or you must have a lot of backing in terms of financial backings, like a lot of money to put into business. What's your word on that?
So yeah, it depends on how fast you want to do it. Time management, and time is your biggest asset. So if you have money, you can skip that portion where you have to spend years in trying to figure out the hard knocks of life and hard knocks of business. And you have to go through all of these, doors and these walls that are pretty much barriers to you and success. But if you have money, that's where, things are just so much easier. But if you don't have money, you're going to have to try to unlock those doors and figure out ways to get around those doors, whether you like it or not. My life, no one taught me anything. I didn't have money. So I had to go ahead and try to figure out. Sorry, I was just checking something. I just saw a notification. I had to go and try to figure out how to go out there and unlock these doors. And the fact that I went out of my way and unlocked these doors didn't save me a lot of time, but now I know how to unlock the door. And now I can unlock any freaking door ever, whenever, however. The guy has money. He can lock a few doors because he paid the guy to unlock the door, but he doesn't have that skill, the locksmith, as the locksmith does. I have that locksmith skill, but the other person does not have that locksmith skill.
But on the same topic, business monopoly is like a major thing in every single business. Is it even worth it in getting like a business where people are like upselling things at a very like flat rate that you're getting from the market? I'm kind of hard.
I don't understand your question.
Like business monopolies. Let's just say like someone wants to open a chicken farm.
Okay.
But there's a lot of businesses that have a huge amount of chicken farms.
Okay.
So they're selling chicken at
a
very low rate already. Is it even worth it into getting that business?
That's the same thing for any business ever. Amazon's gonna always be cheaper than your e-commerce store. Amazon's gonna outcompete you at all times. It's up to you to try to find unique ways to offer new strategies and just new things in general that Amazon probably doesn't have, or a branding, because you can't buy, let's just say, a Nike shoe off Amazon. I think you can, but let's just say you will go to Nike before you go to Amazon for that, right? You go to the Nike store before you go to Amazon to buy your new sneakers. Same way for your brand. Whatever you're selling, let's just say you sell dog beds. You will go to the dog bed store before you go to Amazon, because that dog bed store has a brand around it, has a story around it, has a premium product that Amazon doesn't have. Amazon's kind of cheap, but your dog bed store is good. People know that it's trusted. So Chewy is a perfect example. They're like a dog service or subscription-based service that people want to go to, and they'll go to chewy.com before they go to Amazon. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, so when it comes to monopolies, I mean, you can outcompete them by being unique and diverse, but it's still hard at the same time.
Having unique ideas and then implementing it, and then like getting other people to implement
hard,
it is hard
it's
as well.
So hard.
But at like a small plug here, Ish Mentorship, like we have a working system that we teach and structure. So what that means is we know each and every single step from the base till the till you earning money. And we're teaching it like that.
Yeah.
So is there, should anyone not join the mentorship program?
Yeah. There's a lot of people that shouldn't join the mentorship program or shouldn't even waste their time on the mentorship program. People that aren't hard workers, please don't even DM me. Please don't even watch this podcast. Just leave right now. If you're not a hard worker and you think that, putting 8 hours in your construction job is hard work, you're mistaken. When you have the option to work and not work and you work, that's the guy I want. The guy that, even though he's not getting any benefit from working on his little e-commerce store or his, little brand or whatever, but he still works on it. That's the guy I want. Instead of the guy that's just working because it's beneficial for him because he's getting paid $10 an hour. That guy I don't want. Okay, makes sense? Okay. That guy could still win, the guy that's a construction company guy, but I want the guy that's going to work voluntarily. He's going to work because he wants to, not because he has to. Okay? So I love those people that jump into my mentorship program or inquire about my mentorship program. Those people are the best people. They're the cream of the crop, and I always see them succeed more. Yeah. Other than that, you got to want it. Like, people nowadays just don't want it as hard or aggressive, I'm telling you from my personal, I don't have to explain anything at this point. People see the numbers, people see the offices, the buildings that I've been able to make. From my personal experience, I've never seen a more profitable business than a marketing agency. A marketing agency is a sort of software company. So without the software itself. So you're selling to your clients, hundreds of thousands of dollars you can make monthly, and you don't even have to put in that much work. I have a full-on team because I had to scale a little bit. The reason I did it is because I wanted to have a videography team. I wanted to have a content team. If you don't have to have that in your marketing agency. You don't have to have an office like this. You can have two guys that make $500,000 a year. Like, I have this mentorship student, him, and he has one employee. And pretty much we put him in contact with that one employee. So him and that one employee literally hand on hand make like $25,000 a month are you kidding me? That's as much as like a doctor. And he's like 17, 18 years old. He still lives in his mom's apartment. Like, that's the kind of life that people are freaking living. That's the kind of money people are living and life they're living. He's frugal. I'm telling him to save his money because it's going to be very worth it one day when he goes out and makes a really awesome investment. But the fact is, there's two people, an 18-year-old and his employee, that are making $25,000 a month. That's over $240,000 a year, just in their mom's apartment. So how hard it could possibly be when this 18-year-old scaling to the moon. I have another guy that's making a couple $30,000-$40,000 a month too. I have this other guy that's making a couple, like, you know, I would say $5,000 to $10,000 a month. He's in Australia. Like, it's just insane. And it's not hard. It's not rocket science. I teach you the system. If you voluntarily go ahead and start implementing those systems, and you work because you want to, not because you have to. Remember what I said earlier?
Yep.
When you work when you want to, and you really believe in your marketing agency and you want to see it succeed, it's going to succeed. Ish Mentorship gives you the best area and the best platform to make money without having all the intricacy of marketing. It simplifies it. It dumbs it down. There's no one on earth, I'm telling you right now, there's no one on earth that has my system that knows marketing the way I do. Because the beauty about Ish Mentorship is that I've built it myself, buddy. No one taught me this system. No one said do A, B, C, D, E. No one knows the system. Only me. Why? Because I built the freaking thing. I built the system. I built the strategy. I built the websites. I built the pages. I built the interactions. I built the sales scripts. I built everything on this freaking earth for Ish Mentorship. So now if you wanted to join, you're joining a guy that knows what he's talking about. At the end of the day, I don't care if you join me or 100,000 other entrepreneurs. If you're going to join someone's program, know what they're freaking talking about. Quiz them. Tell them to show your numbers. Tell them to, prove it. Tell them to explain the sales funnel that you have. Those other guys won't be able to explain it. The Forex gurus, I'm sorry, but they're just pretty much copy pasting. Every other Forex guru is a copy paste of another another Forex guru. A dropshipper is the same thing. You send a freaking product from China, you send it to the consumer. Same thing. Repeat the process. How hard is that? Marketing is an intricate idea that you can maximize profits and minimize losses. The other marketers that I see are running Facebook ads still. They're freaking retarded. I have systems in place. I never have to run another Facebook ad in my life, and I can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And no one knows the system. I'm not going to say it on camera, but you know it. You see it yourself, right?
Yep.
You see the system. You see how it works because you're the part of the team. Obviously, we can't talk about it. We are going to make a lot of freaking disgusting amounts of money the next couple months because the software strategy is just 10x recently. So, guys, sorry to go on that tangent, but I'm really passionate about Ish Mentorship, and I really want people to join. I want to increase the price as well. The price right now is like super cheap compared to how much value you're getting. So if you're interested, just send a DM. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Once you take the whole Ish Mentorship program, it kind of makes you chuckle a bit. That was it. That that was enough to make money. Yeah. I didn't know that because you didn't have that idea. But on another note, bro, I don't know about you, but for me, getting someone in my realm, getting let's just say competition in my own realm. God forbid, you hire another salesperson that is better than me. Why are you teaching this system that you are implementing yourself, that works? Yeah. Why are you implementing this and getting more competition, let's just say?
When I was a little kid, man, when I was 17, 18 years old, I was working at a grocery store. I used to DM all those big entrepreneurs and ask them to help me, teach me your system. I would love to learn your strategy. Please, how do you get started? Blah, 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 blah. No one ever responded to me, and it stings to this day because I still see those messages from those people that they still didn't respond to me. I'm about to get teary-eyed just thinking about it right now. No one counted me in. No one wanted to see me succeed. No one believed in me, and no one cared about me. I made it my life's duty to go out of my way. To anyone that stumbles upon me, they get that help. They get that opportunity to get their lives changed. They can quit their job. They don't have to work the hard life that everyone else works. There's hacks in this life that you don't have to go out your way and work 30 years and live off a pension fund. People like me living their lives right now, I can do whatever I want in this world. I can go do whatever I want. I could buy mansions. I can do whatever I want. I'm telling you, bro. Anything I want in this world I could do right now. I'm 22 years old, just turned 22. Name me another 22-year-old. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, but name me another 22-year-old in the general society that could do this kind of stuff. No one can. You have to be 65-year-old to live to buy a Lamborghini nowadays, because that's how much you're finally saved enough to buy the Lamborghini. I could go buy a Lamborghini tomorrow. That's the beauty about it. So going back to what you were saying, though, why I help people is because no one helped me. No one wanted to help me. So when I said, when I get rich, that's not going to be me. I'm not going to be those sleazy entrepreneurs that go out of their way to just ignore people and not respond and be stuck up. I will help anyone that needs help. And I'll make sure that I get them the help they need and teach them the strategy that I learned after years of developing that they're going to see success with. I'm not going to scam them. I'm not going to take their money and run. I'm going to actually help them. And I'm going to make it my life's duty to help anyone and everyone that comes my way that's serious about joining and starting a mentorship program or starting a business that actually works. There's a lot of business models that don't even work, that people are still trying to provide or promote out there. Forex trading, I'm sorry, bro, but it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work. It's a gamble. You could go to the casino and probably make more money than a trade. You probably make the same money. It's a gamble, 50-50. It goes up or it goes down. How freaking intricate can that be? I get it, people make money, but a lot of people lose money too. In marketing, you don't lose a dollar. You don't lose a dollar. Name me a dollar that I lost in terms of marketing. I don't lose. You can't lose in the system because you're building it from the ground up. There's no risk involved. You just sell. If you sell, you make money. If you don't sell, you don't lose any money. Simple as that. So
I feel like a lot of gurus are teaching systems that they haven't implemented, that they don't even know about what they're talking about, and they're just either selling them and making money. But we're selling a system that we know works because it is working for us.
Yeah.
If it wasn't working for us, we wouldn't be selling it. We wouldn't be selling a system that we haven't tried out. We first try each and every single one of the tactics. If we teach someone about email softwares or stuff like that, we have first implemented the systems ourselves, and then we're teaching it to someone else because we know it works. And that that
we'll make tens of thousands of dollars ourselves before we actually start introducing it into the mentorship program, because we've seen how good it works.
Yeah, and it makes it makes networking and stuff like that as well, because people know that you are making your system at the end of the day, even though they're making thousands of dollars, at the end of the day that is your system that is working for them, and they kind of feel feel happy about that. They feel thankful and stuff like that. And the stuff that you said, man, that was really, really heavy, bro. But I think we're gonna miss our flight if we keep this podcast on for a little long. We're gonna be out, boys, flying out to Maldives. Not a lot of podcasts. I don't think we're gonna be posting a lot of podcasts from there. We might try to vlog something. Are we gonna vlog?
Yeah. We could probably shoot a podcast. We could take the mic stands and the freaking cameras. Why not? We'll see what happens.
We should drop a vlog, I think.
We'll drop a vlog for sure, though. That'll be lit. All right, guys, we're going to jump out of here. Thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot to me that you guys stick to the end. If you guys happen to like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. Make sure you guys support. We need you guys to support. We're still up-and-coming podcasters. We're going to make 1,000 podcasts, but we need your help with your guys' support. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's Ish, and peace.